Hey y'all, it's X, and welcome back to the Malachi Henry Face of the Franchise series. In the last episode, I kind of explained to you guys what the series was. Again, Malachi Henry, third round draft pick, not a starting caliber quarterback right now, developmental guy who's going to sit on your bench and hopefully work his way up the depth chart. In the last episode, we went through the preseason, and we had some pretty shocking news actually, as we went into the preseason being the second quarterback on the depth chart, and then the Giants signed Kenny Pickett. So now Malachi is number 3 on the depth chart, sitting behind Kenny Pickett and Daniel Jones. And, right now it's looking kind of rough for him, but maybe he can work his way up. But what this means is that he's honestly just going to be riding the bench for now. So what we're going to do in this episode is we're going to simulate out to midseason. That's what we're doing right now. Because we're not even going to be a backup yet. So it's not even like if an injury happens, we're going to have a chance to start. That spot's going to go to Daniel Jones. So there is genuinely a chance that by the end of the season, Malachi is not on this team. Real scenario, I was really excited to use him on the Giants as he just got drafted here when I created him. It was just made to be. But seems like not all things are as good as they seem. But about week 8 here, the Giants, I can't see the record. Giants are... Will we ever know what the Giants' record is? Probably not. Standings. I don't want to go through all this. Let's see where we're at. Not good. Oh, we're terrible. Oh, we're the worst team in the league. We're 0-7. Okay. That's interesting. Looking at the depth chart, see if anything's changed here throughout the 8 weeks. Kenny Pickett's still starting, and Malachi is now QB4. It is not looking good for Malachi. He's behind Max Richardson, who was in his draft class, behind Daniel Jones, behind Kenny Pickett. Will he get a chance on this team, or does he need to demand to be released, demand to be traded? I don't know. Spencer Rattler is starting. We're in a... This is like 2 years in the future. This is interesting. Or a year in the future. This is interesting. So we can, quote-unquote, retire. It's not what this is. But in the offseason, you can demand to be released. But if a team doesn't sign us, Malachi's career is probably over. So we're just going to go to the offseason here, and we're going to see what is in store for Malachi. His entire rookie year is wasted being on the bench for the Giants. He's probably not very happy about that as a third-round pick. Somebody who had a chance to maybe make an impact, but now the 4th QB on the depth chart does not sound good. But again, he does have that superstar X factor. Maybe his potential will carry him. But let's take a look at the depth chart going to the end of the year. He is the 3rd guy. I believe he lost his dev trait because, again, he has that X factor potential, but he needs the opportunity to meet that. So, man. Let's take a look. Is he star or is he normal? Let's see. He is straight up normal dev now. Unfortunate. That is extremely unfortunate. So, we are in the offseason. We have a decision to make. Do we leave the team? Do we demand to be released? Try and find a different team to pick us up, or demand a trade, maybe somewhere that's actually going to give us an opportunity to compete for a starting job, or do we try and stick it out and see maybe what the Giants end up doing? Because let's take a look at the contracts here. How long are these guys under contract for? Kenny Pickett has 0 years remaining, I believe. Daniel Jones still has his massive contract. Malik is obviously on a rookie contract, so he's signed throughout a couple seasons. So we could stay and be the backup for next year. And we could see where this goes. So I think the plan is maybe to stick it out. I don't know if the Giants end up re-signing Kenny Pickett. Again, I could demand to be released, but I don't think we're going to do that. Could demand a trade. I think the plan is we're going to stick this through. We're going to go to the next season. And we're going to hopefully still have a roster spot. We're going to see if we can prove ourselves to Coach Dayball. Alright, we're here preseason. Let's see what the team is looking like. Did the Giants draft a quarterback? And they got their hands on Jaden Daniels. Guess it didn't work out in Washington. Malachi is the third string quarterback. And it seems like the Giants have found their franchise guy. So I think this is the time where Malachi is going to demand a trade from the New York Giants, and let's see if something happens. So to Malachi's surprise, there was one team in the league who was willing to field offers for him. The Giants actually listened to his trade request. They felt that they couldn't provide him with what he needed to succeed, and they did feel like they did break a promise to him, which was that he would become the starter, and then they go out and draft his replacement, essentially. This Broncos team has no quarterback. Will Lawrence, who was in Malachi's draft class, is currently the starter. Don't think he's actually played a game for them. I believe he just came here. And Nick Mateus, who I believe also may have just gotten drafted as well. So the Broncos were willing to offer a 6th-round pick for Malachi. Giants were not feeling that. So some negotiations kind of had to go both ways until somebody maybe gave in. Patrick McCarry got thrown into a deal. Giants didn't like that. They really, really, really wanted like a 2nd-round pick for Malachi. And the Broncos said, you know what? We're going to take a chance. They threw up a 2nd-round pick next year, and Malachi is now a Denver Bronco. Alright, so throughout his time waiting for the season to start with the Broncos, a lot changed about Malachi. First off, a little bit of new gear for him. You guys can see that. I didn't update it before, but he's got new cleats. He has the turf tape, which I really like putting on quarterbacks for some reason. I don't know why. And then he also has his little playbook on his wrist, so that's pretty cool. But also on top of that, athletically, he got so much better. He's more agile. He's a little bit faster. He really worked on being more of a running quarterback. Again, the passing, accuracy-wise, didn't really change much. He's still around the same player that he was last season. His arm strength is still not the best, but again, he's still working on it. But on top of that, the last thing that happened is that he actually grew an inch. Don't know how, but he is now 6'2". Congratulations, Malachi. Probably done growing for now at 21 years old, but he's now 6'2". And, that might help him out a little bit. But the biggest thing is that he did get his superstar dev trait back. Reason being, he now has a chance to start. A team is actually taking a chance on him. We're going to give him some upgrades here. And we're definitely going to go strong arm, try and get his downfield accuracy and things like that a lot better. But now he is the starting quarterback for a team. He's worked hard for this, man. I think he really deserves it. 3rd-round pick finally getting a chance. As somehow the strong arm upgrade is not doing anything for throw power or accuracy deep. Yeah, he hasn't got a single deep accuracy upgrade, so I don't know how to do that. Maybe we go field general next time. Strong arm still has an upgrade throw power. Maybe we go improviser. That's probably the next one. But Malachi's now 72 overall. And yeah, looking really good. Alright, so looking at the depth chart here, Malachi is the starting quarterback for this Broncos team. Will Lawrence will be his backup, and Nick Mateus will be the 3rd string. So going into the preseason, we have some pretty solid job security. A new thing to hear from Malachi. Nothing from Coach just yet, but I'm sure he'll reach out soon. So let's hop into this first game here and see what we can do. First game as a Bronco for Malachi Henry. He's really excited, I bet. Alright, let's see how this goes. And for the first time in his career, Malachi is going to be playing with the starters. So he actually has some weapons to throw to. Javonte Williams is a good running back. He starts off the game with 6 yards. But now we can actually see what Malachi can do with a real supporting cast, with a team that's actually going to empower him to be himself. And I didn't even know the Broncos had a read option in this playbook. I guess it makes sense. But Javonte's going to get another handoff here, and we're going to get the first down to keep the chains moving. Again, we're only using coach-suggested plays. Again, I can't call my own plays yet. I'm not a veteran, so we gotta work on that. Malachi rolling out, though. He sees Cortland Sutton underneath, and it's a good catch. First completion as a Bronco. All right, 2nd and 4 here. Let's see what Malachi can do. Looking to run here. Malachi slide. Nice. Gets the first down. 11-yard run for Malachi. Alright, 2nd and 9 here. Malachi looking to throw again. Vita Vea just destroyed that O-line. And Cortland Sutton's wide open. What a throw from Malachi! Great job, Malachi. Way to thread the needle, too. He was definitely like a safety right there. Javante's wide open. Go, Javante! And he didn't go for the ball? That was not a terrible pass. I feel like he just needed to run that route better. Alright, we're going to run this play again. Let's see what Malachi can do. That edge rush is a threat. Over the top, though. Javante Williams. Wide open on the same play. Touchdown. First passing touchdown for Malachi Henry as a Bronco. What a drive. And because he's the starter, that is all you're going to see of Malachi today. What a game from him. Honestly, really all he needed was one good drive. Will Lawrence didn't really do too much. Seems like we just ran the ball a lot. Mac Jones went against him today, apparently. And rookie or second-year player, Quincy Radley. But Malachi, 3 for 4, 69 yards, a touchdown, 75% completion percentage on the ground. Jaleel McLaughlin running a touchdown. Will Lawrence did score. Javante, 4 for 19, receiving. Adonai Mitchell is on this team now. But Cortland Sutton did get a good catch. And a touchdown for Javante Williams as well. But first game with the Broncos, great success. And after that game, Coach asked Malachi, just sit out the rest of the preseason. Let's just jump straight into the regular season. See what he can do from there. He is confident in us as the starter. And you can see it in the way that Malachi plays. He plays with a lot more confidence now, throwing the ball deep. He's not scared to throw the ball. Not like as trigger happy as we do get +1 throw power with this upgrade. We are into the 90s now. Nice. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, Malachi has a lot more confidence in his game now. He looked really good just throwing the ball. Didn't really have to scramble too much. I think he scrambled once. But really good with his legs at extending the play. Still looking downfield to complete passes. As you saw with that really tight window throw to Cortland Sutton that put us in the red zone. I think Malachi is really destined for greatness. And the Broncos are going to enable him to do that. So, in his first year as a starter, what are our goals? Do we want to light the league up in our first year as a starter? Or do we look for maybe more of a calm goal, like 30 touchdowns? I think 30 touchdowns is a good marker. And I don't think we took a proper look at the rest of the team. So obviously Malachi is the starting quarterback. Javante is your starting running back. No second running back on the team. I guess Jaleel McLaughlin is hurt right now. Fullback, we don't really have one. Receivers, though, this is a pretty good receiving core. 6 pretty solid receivers. I'm pretty happy about this. Cortland Sutton, Marvin Mims, Jahan Dotson, Adonai Mitchell, Zay Jones, and Bo Melton. All pretty fast besides Cortland Sutton. I feel like Marvin Mims and Jahan Dotson are extremely similar players, as in like the exact same height and weight, and also speed and acceleration. Very similar players, I think. Same thing with Adonai Mitchell. He's a little bit taller. I think he's like 6'2", is what he's actually listed at in real life. Zay Jones is also pretty similar. We have a good tight end here in Trevor June. He's a rookie. Greg Dulcich behind him. Left tackle is going to be Rasheed Walker. So you got a pretty young left tackle for us. It's pretty good. Ben Powers at guard. David Andrews at center with Luke Fortner behind him. Quinn Miners, 86 overall right guard. And Mike McGlinchey at right tackle. But I believe we also have this rookie, Owen O'Brien, who's not playing yet, who could maybe step in some point down the line. Defense, Zach Allen and Lance Fowler, her rookie. Pretty cool. Other right end, Deo Oyingbo. Defensive tackles, John Franklin Myers, who actually just got traded here in real life, so that's pretty cool to see. Oh, this is the updated roster, that's probably why. Matt Judon is one of the edge rushers. Nick Benito, pretty good behind him. CJ Mosley and Cody Barton, as well as Drew Sanders, the interior linebackers, and then Jonah Ellis and Mark Hinton are the other 2 edge rushers. Pat Surtain, Riley Moss, Dalton Blaylock, Trent Phelps, and AJ Lassiter are the corners. Free safety is Brandon Jones, who I believe has superstar dev. And Taylor Rapp is the strong safety. So the team isn't bad. Could be better, could be worse. Let's see who the slot receiver is. It's going to be Zay Jones for year 1. Okay. But yeah, this team is pretty good, and in the next episode, we will hop into the first game of Malachi Henry's starting quarterback career. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this series so far. I'm having fun recording it. It's been pretty unique, pretty interesting, and yeah, leave a like and sub if y'all mess with the content, and I'm see y'all in the next one. Peace.